Hold up, before you get to watching this video, let me talk to you for a second. Hit that bell down below and subscribe to the Fitz Take Podcast YouTube channel so you'll know when every episode is dropping or if something has been posted on this page. Also, be sure to follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. Now back to the episode. Last Wednesday, an ESPN article was published in which kind of a breakdown of the Dallas Cowboys and the tours that they have for fans throughout the week, which is something that's very common for NFL teams. They got quotes from former tight end Dalton Schultz, J-Ron Curse, a former safety there, and an unknown player, talking about what it was like, being in that building where fans would be able to be there at the same time that players would be in the building. They're having meetings and fans are, walking by where the room is and they can look and see them. They're in the cafeteria trying to eat and all this stuff, getting extra treatment and all of that, and fans are walking through there. I think I read in there somewhere that these tours drive in upwards of $10 million a year, which is great for business. But overall, what a lot of the guys were saying in there is that it was a huge distraction. One guy said that it felt like they were in a zoo at times, because you in there, you trying to look and see what cover two or what this defense is doing, and somebody tapping on the glass, talking about, "Hey, it's Michael Parsons," um, which is crazy. Jerry Jones was quoted in there saying that no one had come to him about it being an issue at all, which I don't know why they would, because then you would just fire him. And then he said that it wouldn't have done much anyway because they're fighting against the stream, meaning I'm gonna do this anyway. So even if you didn't like it, whatever. Tough noodles is what he said. So Elijah, how much of this do you believe is a distraction for the Cowboys? And, does this add any more pressure on the players because they're a part of this all the time? Obviously, it doesn't correlate to them winning football games at all, but just being around that type of environment, just how crazy is that?
I don't like it for the players. Only for the simple fact you got guys coming in. I get it. Fans want to just tour the stadium, but have times where you can tour the stadium. At the end of the day, I get it. They're players. You want to show Jerry. I want to show my little guys. I want to show them. But at the same time, like it's not but the athletes want to focus on their work and their work only. They have times where they go out in the community like to do different stuff. They have times where they have fan autograph type of ordeals. They have times, on Sundays, Mondays, or Thursdays when you go and go watch this team play. You have times for stuff like that. Sometimes they just like their privacy and want to focus on work, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, it's Jerry Jones. Jerry's going to do what he want to do. Jerry's going to do whatever he feels comfortable and whatever makes him money. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad for the Dallas Cowboys. Not the Dallas Cowboys, because whatever they make money, but if it's good or bad for his players, he's going to do whatever you got to do to make money. And that's an owner mentality. And if you hate it, don't go to the Cowboys. And if you love it, go to the Cowboys. That's my biggest thing about why they can't sign free agents, because at the end of the day, I feel like Jerry does what's best for his pockets and not for the organization. And this is just a simple fact of it all. Just having free tours while they're working and while they're doing stuff. You're
Oh
showing
no,
them
these ain't free. No, hold
not
on.
free. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say now they paying money. They was like saying like 90. One of them, the packages was $90, and you get to have a Q&A with a hologram version of Jerry Jones, which I'm not paying extra money to look at Jerry in hologram form. I'm not paying extra money to see Jerry in regular form. Like that was crazy. But no, they not free. It's not for
Yeah,
free.
I'm sorry. We say that they're not even free, but at the same time, you're just doing this stuff, and this privacy thing too. Like, some of these players don't even really like all that limelight stuff all the time, and you just bring extra attention to their lives and stuff like that sometimes. I get it, man. You want to show off your organization, you want to show off Jerry's world, but at the same time, you got to realize that these players, you got to make these players comfortable to come to work and do the things they need to do for the Dallas Cowboys. But it's Jerry.
Yeah. To me, Jerry Jones is one of the most tone deaf um, owners probably of all time. Um, because, like you said, for him, it's not about the wins and losses. or the Super Bowls as much as he wants to make it seem like it. It's about lining his pockets. Because if they won a Super Bowl every year and he was not making money in the millions and billions, he would not care.
Right.
He would not care. He wants the credit, and he wants to be able to say that I have the money and I have the power. I can do what I want to do. This is my world, and you are just living in it. And this is just an example of it. The quote where the players were saying they felt like they were in a zoo. I mean, that's tough because they felt like they were always in a position where there was not a level of hiding things. Like you trying to prepare for the Chicago Bears, you're trying to prepare for the Washington Commanders, the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, and you got to worry about little Timmy knocking on the glass while you watching film. And it's not conducive to a winning environment. I've said this before. As long as a lot of that mentality looms within the Dallas Cowboys organization, those things will continue. This team will continue to struggle to try to muster up championship wins, playoff wins, regular wins, because there's just so much pressure around that organization, from up top and all the way around, that it makes it hard for everything else. You're already on the biggest stage of them all, in professional sports in terms of football, and now you gotta be on at all times. Like, me and you talk about this all the time. Like when we're out in public and people recognize us, and you kind of have to be on. You have to be nice and talk to people and communicate with them and have those conversations with them, because if you don't, then they'll walk away and they'll be like, oh, he's mean, or he's angry all the time, or he's not a nice person, and all that stuff like that. So those guys have to be that way while they're in the building, and now they gotta walk around a different way. Like they don't feel comfortable. You don't feel comfortable in your own house. You're in your own facility and you can't do like you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, other NFL teams have these facility tours, but they do it at a time when the players are not there, because of this very reason. They don't want any distractions around them while they are trying to prepare. Again, this does not equate to wins and losses, but it's a part of the culture, and the culture we've seen has been broken for a very, 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 very long time. And I don't think this is something that they just started doing. I think this is something they've been doing for a while, and I think they will continue to do it as long as Jerry Jones is at the helm of the Dallas Cowboys. So that's my take on that, ladies and gentlemen. Drop your take on Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys having these facility tours while players are in the buildings. Drop those down in the comments. Like the video as well down below for us on this conversation and topic about the Dallas Cowboys. Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Fitz Take podcast. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. And remember, every episode of the Fitz Take podcast will air right here on the YouTube channel every Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.